Excellent. Right, well then, let's get started. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce episode 145 of the Social by the Sea Fan Roundtable with some absolutely lovely guests as always. The lovely Terry from Margate, John from the absolute bounce back ability Canvey,
Evening, Chris.
and the golden shower himself,
Uh,
Rob Thompson,
yeah.
Rob from Folkestone. What?
Hello.
Yes. What? Sorry. Just so the viewers, when they watch this, understand that is a firework. That's nothing else, is it?
Well, the picture,
Yeah.
no, that is moisture dripping from the terrace roof. That is a badly cropped photo. Essentially, it looks dodgy, but it really isn't.
This is nothing to do with your stag do, because sometimes what goes on
No,
in Europe should stay in Europe.
I can assure you, nothing landed on the roof in the stag do.
That probably might be water dripping from somewhere else, but yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah, so great to have you on. I've got a few more hopefully coming on. We did try and live stream this, but this went absolutely tits up, and we just wish death against Mark Zuckerberg. We don't actually really mean that. But anyway, we've only got Rob for a limited time because he's got to get back. Folkestone, I mean, I did have a few notes about him. I was chatting with old John Ufer, who plays for Welling now. He's was at Hastings for a while. Absolutely lovely man. And he was just saying he don't know why it ain't working there. Got old Femi there. Obviously ex Hastings as well. I've also got Adam Lovett, our inspirational captain of last season, at your club. So it's basically just Hastings 11 that were playing. Was it Tuesday? Wasn't it? You played them? Welling?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tuesday
But
night, yeah.
you've
Yesterday.
had absolute fantastic. Yeah, it's Wednesday today. This will be out probably Thursday, Friday. But obviously, you've had a fantastic run. You've been good all season. Great little getting Adam in. Hopefully, he's lost a bit of weight and can be bothered. Great squad player to have at folks. I mean, you're doing so well. You're second, didn't you? With a little bit of space.
Yeah, we're doing really well, mate. It's not been surprised really. I don't think with the squad they got this season, but they've got to make everything work on the pitch, and so far everything's been really, really good. Can't remember the last time we had the podcast and where we were exactly the season, but
I think
things
maybe
have
beginning. I think it was the beginning.
Was
I think
it?
I had you on at the beginning, just before you started. I'd be honest, it was many.
Yeah.
It was many alcoholic beverages ago, Rob. So you take it from where you want to take it, mate.
Well,
Tell us about the mighty
okay.
Folkestone.
Well, okay. I'm just a few bits then. The FA Cup went out to Southend at Roots Hall. Before that, we beat Horsham 3-2 in the cup away, which is a good result. And the Southend game was a really tricky one, obviously, and we were just outclassed. We're still in the trophy. Beat Burgess Hill Town the other day in that. And we've got that next round of the trophy coming up. We've got AFC Tottenham at home or in a week's time on a Saturday. But league-wise, it's been going really well, to be honest. We had some cracking results in there. We had our first game back at the Alkaline Stadium since they've tied it all up and done the pitch, and it looks really, really good. They've made loads of space around the edges of the pitch, and the pitch is really narrow. We had a really, really wide pitch before, but now the pitch is like super narrow, to be honest. And they made a lot of space if they ever want to do a bit of development work around there, especially behind the goal and on one side. And it's nothing but positives. We had our first home game back against Dulwich. We got a 2-2 draw, been down to 10 men, and we also beat Lewis at home 6-0, I think it was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, really, really good. Just things have been going so well for the club on the pitch. It just feels like a bit of a different club at the moment. We had our first defeat of the season in the league. We went away to Hashtag and we lost there.
Oh,
That was what was that, last Tuesday, I think it was. But
YouTube
then we
team, mate.
beat Billericay. Yeah, YouTube team.
But
But then we beat Billericay at the weekend, and we beat Welling away on Tuesday night. So I mean, it couldn't really have gone any better in terms of the league. We're right. I mean, it's so early to even look at it, really.
Yeah.
But if you look at the league where we're sitting
Yeah.
at the moment, a couple of games in hand on Brentwood, who've lost a couple.
Yeah.
It's looking really good. I think Chatham who are just behind us.
Yeah, they dropped points. I'm sure they dropped points Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're already 6 points ahead of them. I think they've got a game in hand. But anyway, I'm jumping too far ahead. I'm getting carried away because
It's good to get carried away, mate.
Honestly, I'm feeling very carried away at the moment. You know, I really am. It looks like we're going to be in there for the long haul, and I just fancy us this season, big time. But it's non-league football's just completely unpredictable. If a couple of bigger clubs come in for our players, like Piggott, then he'll probably go. I don't know. If you start to lose players, it can change stuff. So, but I have literally not one complaint at the moment, which is yeah. I'm sorry
Well,
about that to be so
no,
positive.
I don't want complaints. I mean, the fact that I haven't put money on you to win the league, that should
Yeah.
say you're dead certs now.
Yeah,
The
well,
curse,
yeah,
the curse of Laverick putting money on you.
yeah. You've lifted the curse by not getting
Yeah,
involved.
not getting
Yeah,
involved. I was too busy being miserable watching Hastings to put
yeah,
money on Folkestone.
yeah.
So,
But I
I mean,
mean, when
yeah,
we
go on, what are they playing like now? What sort of football are you playing at Folkestone now?
well, it's more of like a passing football style. They got a bloke in the midfield called Mikey Berry. He's a proper playmaking footballer. It's totally different to anything I've ever seen over there, really. And also, he's got the opportunity to do it because they're playing on like a carpet now, really, compared to what the cabbage patch we used to have. So that you can play more consistent football. And the pitch is, like I say, it's super narrow. So they're sort of good at those little, well, I don't want to sound like a geek, but the triangles and all that, you know. They're good
Oh,
at all that.
you went there,
They,
didn't you?
they,
You went there.
yeah, I went there. They fizz the ball
Yeah.
around nicely. It's really tidy football. It's yeah, that's the sort of play it is now. They're not lumping it up the pitch, although they can mix it up as well. They've got Loco at the back, Kevin Loco, who's incredible. He wins every head essentially, every single corner we get. In one game, I think we must have 10 corners, and he won every single header from a corner. He's just like an absolute phenomenon in the air. So they can mix it up, but they're a footballing team, really. They play football, you know. That's how they're
Yeah.
playing.
What's the crowds like?
Good. Since we've gone back home, I think we've had, I think there's 1,400 or 1,500, and
Oh,
then
excellent.
12 or 1,300 the other day. So since we've gone back, I'd say we've probably put 400 on the gate or everything, something like that. Yeah, probably. And the team's doing well, so people want to go and watch them. Yeah, so in terms of numbers, I've never really seen anything like that in the league. One-off cup games, you know, but
We've already
hitting the
we've already
1,000 mark.
spoke about you being Horsham, haven't we? We've already spoke about that.
Yeah,
Rob
yeah,
missed
yeah,
that bit. Rob missed that bit.
So I was late. I had the heads up. I had the memo. Great fun, Gummy.
yeah, yeah. That was a big win for us.
Yeah.
Big win.
But yeah, go on. So it's brilliant, great stuff.
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah. I don't know what to say. I've got nothing negative to say. I mean,
Well, I don't
you know,
want you to say anything negative.
it means there's something coming down the road. We're gonna fall flat on our faces. I can see it because when you talk yourselves up, it always happens. But yeah,
Well, maybe that golden
Excellent.
shower you got on there is a warning. I don't know.
yeah, possibly. Maybe it's a warning to you all. Not just me.
Right then. Okay. Thanks for that, Robbo. Rob from Horsham ain't been on for a while, sir.
No, it's good to be back.
Well, last time I spoke to you, you were a little bit worried. I could sense the anxiety amongst the fan base.
Worried, nothing to worry about.
But I'm talking about back then. And then since then, I don't think you've been beaten since September. September,
Yeah,
it's had a great run. Sixth in the league. Lardy boys are doing grand in National League South.
We're doing all right, aren't we? We've taken it to pretty much like a duck to water at the moment. You know, it's like if I say anything negative, I think I've been on here for over a year and a half, and I don't think I can think of anything negative. So it's been impressive to say the least. You know, you get your win. I think the last time I was on, I think we'd beaten Torquay or something in the last minute, and you think, okay, that's our moment. So then you go Maidstone away and beat them 2-0, 3-0. And then, yeah, it's, you know, Bath at the weekend. We took over 250, 260 fans down there doing the conga. You know, it's pretty enjoyable times at the moment. I think, you know, obviously the winning helps. Like Rob said at Folkestone, you always get more people coming through the gates and people come and it's building something there. But yeah, the team's just gone strength to strength. I think Dom stepped up as well. It's like, I think he's surprised me through how well he's managing games and making, you know, changes at the right time. So yeah, it's hard to pick. Well, there's no need to pick anything hard at because there's nothing at the moment. It's all singing and roses and everything's going well. You know, we got some home games coming up. We've just come off the stretch of 5 away games and, you know, we've won them all. So, and then, yeah, we've got a couple of home games coming up now with mixed in between. We've got Hemel and then, yeah, so we got some games coming up. Those should be away games that'll be tough. Ebbsfleet was the other one I'm thinking of. But yeah, we went to Dagenham. Andy Carroll, who was truly awful. Yeah, and won that game. And to be honest with you, I think it shows you I think we're now becoming to realise that, and the fans are as well. I think you sometimes, when you go up and you see Torquay, you see Dagenham, you see Maidstone, you see Ebbsfleet, and you just put them on this parapet, which you're all in the same league for a reason. And once we've got that belief and that momentum, going to Dagenham and Redbridge, people are expecting us to get something out of it, and that's how far you can. Well, we've come and Dagenham have dropped. So yeah, it's been impressive stuff, and we're now kicking on. I think this league. I feel you need to maximise your points with the unknown. I think when people begin to know that we are pretty a decent football inside, I think especially these full-time teams, the back end and second half of the season, they might have done their homework and gone right. This is how we nullify it. Like our home form hasn't been terrific, to be honest with you. I know we beat Enfield and we got 4 points in the last week with Dover last night, but
you should beat Enfield though, really, shouldn't
you? Yeah, we beat them. Yeah, but we should have. The first half was awful. It was like a testimonial. And then the second half we made a couple of changes and actually put a centre forward up front. We got occupied centre halves, and we got the goal. Hester Cook's been absolutely outstanding. So yeah, and then we've got tough Christmas period coming up. But with these full-time teams going Saturday, Tuesday, I don't know if that's going to pay. The league might sort of figure itself out. But at the moment, we're looking at this sort of halfway towards safety, I suppose. I think that's the way I'm sure Dom's looking at it. But as a fan, so you can just keep winning, and that's what you got. Salisbury at the weekend, who are pretty poor. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I know you bumped into a couple of the lardies on the train station.
I know you'd remember. Yeah, you're right. No, I spoke about that last week.
Yeah,
it was great. A great bunch of chaps. I mean, it's some good bands. You've always got. I mentioned it last week, Gang and I said that we'd got beat by 3. I think it was 3 Bridges, and we were miserable. And it's just like, when you're like, I just want to get home.
The last people you want to see.
The Lardy army turn up. I had to take the medicine, but no, it was good. No, they were good. We had good fun.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's
but that's it. Talking about away days. You're saying 5 away days on the road. I mean, you'd be glad for a home game. You'd have no money left.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it's ridiculous. Like we did. I did Bath. On
that
Saturday,
must be tremendous.
Oh, I left it. Yeah, unbelievable. It was a typical, proper, old school non-league day out. Like I left the front door at 7:20 in the morning and get back till 10:30 at night.
And were you able to open the door yourself?
Well, I looked at the Ring doorbell footage, and I don't think that's one for going online. I can assure you. How I got home, I can't quite remember. But no, it was, and that's what it's all about. It's about enjoying it and having good times. And like, we're taking ridiculous amounts for away games now. It's just getting more and more, and it's the one thing is going up a level is cost. It's cost with everything now. But yeah, it's when you win, it's that little bit. You don't really care, do you? So that's why you do it. So we've got some good ones coming up. We've got Chippenham 6th of December, which will be a good away day as well. So and then we got Dorking Boxing Day. So yeah, we're gonna fill some stands up. But I think that's the one thing that surprised people, actually, to be fair, is the amount of people that we do bring down. Sometimes these big non-league teams look at the lower leagues, effectively lower leagues of what we were in, like the Isthmian and stuff. And there's some big teams in there with some big followings. So it's all been pretty decent. Like I say, I can't remember the last time I really said anything negative about us. I think so that says it all, really. I think from the moment we
enjoy it,
absolutely, you've got to enjoy every moment. I'm still thinking we'll get beat 10-0 every week. So you've got to enjoy it. You've got to have these times and moments, and then that's the whole we were saying on Saturday. You just win, draw, or lose. It's a good laugh. It's good fun to be there and go to different grounds, and and we're holding our own, and that does help. There's no denying that. You don't want to be getting walloped week in, week out. So, but no, it's nice to see new fans, new places, and flying the flag well. So, hopefully we bump into a few more of you through this race station.
Well, yeah, I don't mind bumping into you as long as we start winning a few games, which is we've managed to win a game.
I saw that. The other was at East Grinstead, wasn't it?
Yeah, they go to let's get me out of the way quick. I'll get myself out of the way quick. Yeah, so we managed to win a game since we've been on. You can only beat what's in front of you. East Grinstead they're not a great team. They're going through a lot of changes. Sacked the manager. New one's coming. I cannot remember where he come from. I couldn't remember last week, and I haven't had time to check. But he's got a load of players in from his old club, and they did Harley Owen goal for us. Who's a young keeper. who has been far too busy throughout the season. But then last season, Louis Rogers, who's now at Lewis, he was far too busy during the season, which is probably why we're down where we are. But he kept us in the game early doors. They had that little spark where those players were kicking in, but we managed to get some cracking goals in there. A player called Finn Chapman for us, lovely curling effort. We've got a guy called Maze, M-A-S-E, from the lower leagues. He's come in last few games, and he's just one of those players that, one of those ones, a midfielder that goes into the box and he's kind of just instinctive. If someone's going near post, he's gone far post. He's just someone who's in those sort of areas that mess with the defence. You know what I mean? And he managed to get a goal as well. Put Freddie Legg up front. I mean, I know these are world-class players that we're talking about here that they just roll off the tongue for all of us. But we pushed Freddie Legg, who we were playing as right back. We now are playing two centre halves instead of a midfielders in defence. So that it's just everything's getting organised now. The shape's a lot better. It was just great. I'm looking around the other fans and we're winning. We're going from probably a situation like Horsham, where Horsham are doing great guns, and you're winning every week. With Hastings, I used to be there, so I still remember those days. So but we now, it's just imagine the opposite of that. And we've just had
we sorry to butt in, but it's mental how fans are fickle like that. Because at the beginning of the season, when we lost a couple, everyone was like, "What's going on here?" Because like I said, I think the last time I said I was on, if you were 6 or 7, you haven't known anything. You've known Horsham winning, then we lost a couple, and everyone's moaning and whinging. It's like just calm down, pal. But when you win, you obviously go the other way, don't you? So,
But it's a tight old league. We pushed Ashford back into the bottom 4, but they won. No, they didn't. They drew in the last minute yesterday. So bottom 4, but I'm feeling a lot better about the team. We've got some good players coming in. They just appear a lot better than what we had before. And we're playing a bit of football now. I don't mind bit of route one, bit of passing. I don't mind. I don't mind about mixing it up. I like football. Yeah, I like a bit of Jose as well as your Pep Guardiola. So as long as it's winning football, I don't mind. But no, we played some good stuff. Well buzzing. I was just saying to the gang before coming on that we had. I was on the train. I went early doors on my own because I'm a massively loyal fan, and all the other fans, they let us down. A few did. A few came. But I was on the train with this American fella who was going to the Old Vic to see Susan Sarandon at the Old Vic. And then he's asked me, well, where are you going? I've got like a pile of tinnies in front of me. And he's like, well, where are you going? I'm going somewhere better, mate. I'm going East Grinstead versus Hastings. And he's looked at me like I'm some alien. Yeah, like what on earth are you... So we started getting into this in-depth discussion about non-league football. He never said he was going to come along to another game, but he was very, it was quite funny for me. But yeah,
educational,
exactly. But yeah, I'm a lot happier. I was near suicidal. And that wasn't the reason why the podcast was off. Daughter broke my laptop. I've got this PC working for now, so that's why it's back. God, win or lose, I'm going to be Hastings. So, but yeah, that's that. Looking forward. I think we got Beckenham Town. I think we have Saturday, who are not very good either. So hopefully we can get something out of that game, and then we move on, one game at a time. Terry, talk to me about. You drew, didn't you, Margate? Was it a drew?
Again,
yes.
2-2.
Draw specialist.
Yeah, it's literally. I mean, we played Croydon at the beginning of the month, and we lost that one due to absolutely diabolical refereeing. But we had a fans forum last night, and Ben was saying, we're not where we want to be, but apart from the diabolical refereeing, we've been picking up a point, and it's frustrating for fans. Because sometimes we've been 2-0 up and lost the lead, and then it's gone the other way. Game of two halves and all that. It's been like that every single game apart from the Beckenham one. But literally the last, so we had Croydon, we lost. Eastbourne, we won in the last 90. I think it was 96th minute. Faversham, that was we blew a 2-0 lead. Deal, we came back from 2-0 down in the 96th again. Beckenham, we turned them over. And then Crowborough, we went 1-0 up. They came back and made it 2-1, and then I think it was the 80th minute, Ben's put another one in. Beautiful free kick, as always. So it's all these 2-2s on the board. It's just so frustrating. But we're ticking over. We're going as well as we could be expecting with all the injuries we've been having. Some of those players are coming back now, so that's a little bit of hope, we're not relying on the youngsters to keep us going, because we've got a young squad anyway. The only reason our sort of average age is up there is because we've got the couple of the players that are over 30, and then the rest of them are sort of like 18, 19, 20, But so we're okay. We'd like to be doing better, and even Ben said, we want to be doing better. We want to develop the youngsters and get them coming on. They've got the energy. They just need a little bit of the experience. But we're holding our own at the moment. Mid-tables, I think we were 9th, and it's not where we want to be. We want to be pushing.
You want to be doing better than that, didn't you?
Yeah. But it's okay now. The players are coming back.
Could be worse.
Maybe
Could
we
be
can
bottom
push on a
4.
bit.
Could be worse. You could be in the bottom 4 with us.
Yeah. But I'll say we're okay. It's not panic sessions yet, but I'll say I'd like to get a few more wins. But
who you got Saturday?
2-2s are all the.
I'm useless.
No, not Beckenham. Broadbridge. Sorry, it's a B.
Oh, you got Broadbridge Heath.
Yeah, Broadbridge Heath.
Because some of these teams roll off the tongue. Who wouldn't want to go for Ashford for the game after Christmas?
Oh, there's your Christmas present.
There's
right
a
there.
Christmas present there.
I think we've got them New Year.
Yeah, hopefully we turn them over. Okay, all right. Well, cheers for that, Terry. So Harry Palmer comes in. Not a lot of people know that, mate. Not a lot of people know he's come in, and he's the hidden hand of Palmer has cultured 4 points out of 2 games. Talk to me about it, John. Come on.
Yeah, clearly. It's been a positive start, to be honest. In typical fashion, I missed the first win because I was in Germany. You're talking about trying to explain non-league to Americans. I was trying to explain it to Germans at the weekend. So you see little Canvey Island fan clubs popping up along the Rhineland. And in Hamburg as well. I generally got invited to
nice.
Part of Hamburg fan club. So if Canvey goes to the wall, there's my backup.
You didn't have to do any dodgy
like,
marching, did you?
Marching in back and forth to the pub, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I do these days.
Any? What's those sausages they have?
Bratwurst.
Yeah. Not too many bratwursts. Well, no, we're not going there. Anyway, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. Please continue.
Yeah, onto a different B, Burgess Hill. That's where, the Kimball era started. Obviously wasn't too sure what to make of that one for the team going in there because, I think since they've come up, they've done fairly decent. But from what I've been told, it was a good performance there. Squad team bang up for it, plays a good football. Another couple of goals to Max Fides as well. He's looking like a real talent up front. I'm hoping that doesn't take his paymasters at Dover's eye again because I've heard they were a little short of striker. So the longer we can keep him, the better, definitely. But I've just seen Rob's message pop up.
See it, Rob, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Sausages.
But a very good way to start. I think quite a few people I know went down on a long trip that one for us. So it was a nice way to take us in a Tuesday. And that was a tricky first home game for him against Wingate. Wingate been on a good run of form lately. And to be honest, playing them last night, they looked quite a decent side, moved the ball around well. But we had a lot more grit about us than I've seen in the last couple of weeks. A lot more desire, I think, from the boys to actually want to go out and get something. I don't think that's been lacking overall. But it seemed like we had far more of even in, say, the short space of time he's there, it seems more of a cohesive plan about, sort of getting forward, playing to our strengths. Sort of looking at that, we probably had the strongest possible squad we could have out last night. So you could kind of see, and hopefully Kimball could see as well, where our strengths and our weaknesses lie at the moment. So no doubt he'll want to improve on certain things and obviously reduce others, bringing a couple of his own people. But it was a hard-earned point. A bit of a gritty game at times. The wind probably played a factor, blowing in from the Thames. And we thought, this is going to be a bit of a sucker punch. They took the lead about the 83rd minute. It probably had been coming for maybe the little 10-minute spell beforehand. But again, that's a good thing. We never gave up. And if you get the chance to check it out, the equaliser was an absolute peach from our captain, Elliot Ronto. I think he's had a bit of a hard time of it this season because he's taken on the armband after, he's been in the squad for a good few years now, but obviously taking on that responsibility the last year or two, and was feeling the pressure a bit. So to get something like that for him, I think would be a bit of a weight off his shoulders. And whereas that might have been a game we probably would have, lost about 3 or 4-0 a couple of weeks back, it was a good point for me. So we just got to take that forward now, really. We got Cole Shelton and St Albans in succession at home over the next 2 weekends. So, two, again, not the easiest games, but we can go into it with a bit of that hunger, a bit of desire, a bit of grit, then who's to say, it's not obviously an impossible task to get out where we are at the moment either. Gap, it probably seems wider than it is at the moment for how we have been playing. But yeah, if he can get the right bodies in, get the right mentality in that team, then who knows? And he seems like a good down-to-earth bloke as well, Gary Kimball. I mean, he come over before the game started last night. I mean, I never even had a chance to talk with Peter Taylor, and I think his assistant got in an argument with 2 of our fans at one point, so that was kind of their legacy. Whereas Kimball and his assistant had come straight over to where like the little noisy fans are gathered, shook our hands, introduced himself, and before the game started really. So I wanted to make a good impression from the off, which is something we were certainly lacking before. It didn't seem like there was any cohesion between the team and the fans to what the previous extent had been under the last manager. So that's always a strength at Canvey. At least I've found it in the last few years. So if he can bring that kind of feeling back, even when we're not always playing as well, just keeps that bit of togetherness there and go a long way.
Great. Well, thanks for that, John.
No, it's been probably the most positive episode you've had this season, to be honest, Chris.
Yeah.
It wasn't positive to begin with, was it? If the fucking live stream weren't working, so
I think you're talking about the 2 Robs saying having nothing bad to say. I think we've had enough bad to say about our clubs for most of the part of this season to cover all that. But coming on a good episode tonight, mate. So a little bit of best for all of us.
No, it's good. Like even Horsham. I want Sussex clubs. I want Sussex clubs. Yeah. Well, I want all clubs to do well. I don't. I'm not bothered. I mean, if only Horsham would slip up against us, but no, anyway, go on.
I think what it is good is it's like 2 teams come up from the Isthmian Premier. It does show you the strength of the Isthmian Premier as well. I think they're holding their own. I think we've had it with Averley, and I know they've gone down, but like Cheshunt as well. But we can compete. I think people do get a bit. The one thing I've taken away is physical, but not as much as you think it would be. So I think if you get up, you have got to you stick to your guns and you stick to your core sides. Like we haven't changed our players, and I don't think we've had the same core players over the last 3, 4, 5 years, and I think that's why we are where we are. That everyone knows that if you keep the same ones and add a little bit to it. But it's good to see that this League can come up, and you've got some big teams still in that. Look at Billericay. Look at how much money they chucking at it. It doesn't mean you're going to compete. Billericay. I'd love to get one of their fans on here and see what they think, because that's a shit show, like from start to finish for me. It really is. I think Cham were another one, and I think they're chucking money at it.
It doesn't mean you're always going to. I mean, they're doing all right. I mean, Chatham they're 4th or 5th. I mean, they're all thereabouts. Oh, good luck to them. I mean,
you're Brentwood now, aren't you? With Old Hern backing them, so
exactly.
It's a big league. Exactly. Yeah, and that's the problem. Like Rob was saying with Folkestone, they're going well, and then someone chucks brings up a check to them, either Brentwood or Billericay or whoever up there. So it's good to see. I think it's a strong. That's why I said I think when we got promoted last year, I was quite happy that we were out of it, because that's a tough league to be in now.
It's terrible playing year on year now, isn't it? I mean, there's so many clubs trying to make moves. There's a few ambitious clubs who have come up, in the last couple of years, who are putting up trees, shop results. So it's just harder and harder competing.
Yeah, and I think it also shows that when you do drop down into it from the National League South or whatever league you come from into it, you do tend to struggle with it. By the looks of it, like Welling. It's that complete opposite of when you go up, and then you have that sort of, I say we get promotion bounce in it really. And then you come down and do that. But no, even Horsham are doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, I mean, like Welling, they've spent money. I think they got Femi off Billericay.
I think Billericay,
they did, having to cut. I think maybe the
well, I think they had
they
had Taylor, didn't they, for about a month from Hornchurch. And then he's gone back to Ramsgate, isn't he now? So some money knocking about. So
well, even in the South East League, we've got AFC Croydon. I think Stormzy. is
Storm's
apparently
in,
that
is
one.
it Zaha as well?
Wilfred Zaha as well, yeah. Run into that.
I mean, they don't even get. I mean, this was a few games earlier in the season, but they were near the top. I don't think they're near the top. I think they're beginning to slip up now. Terrible side, but we managed to lose to them, as you can imagine. But like, they're not even getting 60 fans at the game, and it's like, what is this? Do you know what I mean? And then imagine going there and losing. But you know.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I don't think they're the only ones in your league. I mean, I know that fellow who runs Sitting Bull, and he's got a bit of wedge behind him as well. I think they're something got white leaf at the moment as well, because they've got quite a good squad for that level. I mean, obviously the league the league that we would drop into if we ever went down, Isthmian North. You've got teams like Morn and Tiptree now. They're bankrolled by a multi-millionaire. I think that was him and his husband or something. Well, the first had like, I don't know, a surrogate child or something. So they've got that celebrity status off of that. But he seems to be improving the club there. You know, their fortunes for what they were. They were just a Coal U feeder side at one point, and now they seem to be making a real go of it. A couple of other clubs as well got a bit of wedge behind them. So it's year on year on year. It's non-league is becoming more and more competitive. And you know, it's funny. Obviously, because I was out in Germany, I actually watched an amateur game out there. I think it was maybe about the tier. It was down in a little place called Koblenz, and you know, they had like sort of quite a good crowd there. I think maybe around 1,500, 2,000. But you could tell maybe the standard for how it was nothing on what we have here, considering it was roughly the same level of football. The care and the time and the resources being put into non-league in the last few years is mental now. I mean, I think you see them stories, don't you, about some players will literally turn down pro contracts just so they can play non-league and train 2 times a week and have a good job on top of it. It's standard football now.
If you've got like players who want to play for that club, that's half the battle with it. Because I mean, we were all our lads, when we got relegated, there was half of them that could have gone higher, and they stayed with the club. You know, so no, we want to play for Margate. We got Youngie from Dover. He wants to, because he's a local lad. He wants to play for Margate. So if you've got the mentality with the team that they want to play for you, you don't always have to have the big bucks backing you. But if the team wants to play for the badge, as it were, it brings that little bit extra. You know, it's
helps where you are as well, though. Helps where you are, though, Terry. You know what I mean? When you're in a thing like Hastings, where it's, you know, a lot of people that are London-based will be like, nah, no chance.
Yeah, I mean, most of our guys are London-based. I mean, Dartford's about the closest where the guys live. They all have to travel down. We don't train at Margate because most of the guys are from London.
Yeah, a lot of us are
Hastings. But they want to play for Ben. They want to play for the club. They've stopped on from last season, even though we got relegated, they still want to play for us. And having that little bit there, I think that's a non-league thing, isn't it? That you got
it's more commendable thing in this day and age, isn't it? You know, whereas you could go for the big bucks if you want to stay somewhere that's treated you right, and in turn you want to give them something back. Yeah,
that's a heart of football thing, isn't it? You know.
Well, yeah, I bumped into one of our players at I think it was at East Croydon. That picture I put up on the Twitter.
Was that when you were travelling to the game, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Walter. Yeah, Funny enough, he asked me about the cab to the ground. I'm like, I'm off down the pub. So yeah, he got his cab. There's a very decent pub in East Grinstead. Oh, what is it again? The Engine Room. Ever in East Grinstead, Engine Room pub, excellent pub. So like a basement one. Very good. Yeah, just saying. But one quick thing to mention. Dave Dixon's funeral. There's going to be a minute's applause at our Hastings game this Saturday. So which is good to see. This is Jack Dixon's dad. Long-term big links. He's currently at Ashford. Condolences yet again times. But love you all. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for your patience. Good luck whoever you're playing on Saturday, and see you at the game.
Yeah, catch up soon,
guys. Great to see you.
Okay.